This teacher is insane for this. This class had just finished reading Lord of the Flies in English, and the teacher? She was passionate, maybe too passionate. So after they had finished reading this Lord of the Flies, the next day she tells them this. Class, we are going into the woods tomorrow. Bring a backpack full of things. We're gonna live like the boys on the island. So next day they come with backpacks full of stuff and they head to the woods. No rules, no roles, just chaos. She hands them bandanas and points to the woods behind the school. All right, go. One teacher and 20 students, and these weren't just regular kids. Somebody brought a pillowcase full of flour and was whacking people with it. Another kid filled a spray bottle with perfume and was spraying another kid's eyes, trying to blind them. Take that. Soon there was turf wars, alliances, groups getting ambushed. Kids were using mud as war paint. They were getting feral. And the teacher was just standing there at the edge of the woods watching this go down like it's some sort of social experiment. Yes. 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 And it went way too far. Kids were getting bloody noses, one person was throwing up profusely, I don't know why, and the teacher didn't get in trouble for this, not even like a warning or anything. The principal didn't even know about any of this until a parent called a couple days later, but he still did nothing. And the crazy part is, the next year, this teacher did the same exact thing. Honestly, that sounds kind of fun. At this school, band kids were always clowned. Hey, nice clarinet, loser. What the heck? But especially this one kid named Eli. Eli played the French horn, and he took it everywhere he went. On the bus, assemblies, to class. And there was this one dude named Zach, and Zach would always give Eli crap for playing the French horn. Nice instrument, Eli. I bet it sounds like a dying whale. But Eli didn't let it get to him. Then came the spring concert. Big crowd, parents, staff, the gym was decorated, and Zach was there because his mom forced him to go because she was on the school board or something. Well, halfway through, the conductor goes, and now, a featured solo by our French horn player, Eli. And Zach's like, let's see this. Eli stands, French horn in hand, and he cooks. It's not just good. It's cinematic. The entire crowd stopped breathing during the solo because it was that beautiful. Finishes, there was a few seconds of silence, and then the crowd erupts. After the show, Zach walks over to Eli, and all he says is this. Hey man, yeah, you snapped. My bad for everything. Sorry. Eli doesn't say a word, he picks up his French horn, and he walks away. It started as this dumb thing. Some kid threw their own backpack into the air to be funny. It got caught on the top of one of the worst trees on campus. Thin branches, really high up, impossible to climb it seemed like. They tried everything. Here, I'll throw my shoe at it. Dang it. I'll throw a trash can at it. Dang it. Nothing was working. That's when one kid suggested this. Guys, we should call Squirrel Boy. No way, dude. Bro, we can't call Squirrel Boy. But there was no other option. So every school has that one kid. Well, this school had Squirrel Boy. He wore fingerless gloves. He said things like, the ground is only a suggestion. He once perched on top of the basketball hoop during a game. Get on from there. He scaled the brick wall on the side of the school building just to prove a point. And one time, he sat at the top of the flagpole for the entire lunch period, perched. Everybody would make fun of him, but on that day, they needed him. Somebody texted him. 10 minutes later, jogged around the corner eating trail mix. Didn't ask what happened. He saw the backpack, he saw the tree, and he knew what he had to do. I got this. He literally climbed the entire tree in like 3 seconds, and he threw that backpack down. The second he got down, he just walked away. Thanks, Squirrel Boy. Yeah, thanks, Squirrel Boy. Squirrel Boy's cool now. And from that moment on, nobody made fun of Squirrel Boy ever again. Genius level 1000. So this kid gets a job at the local movie theater. 2 tickets to the Helpful Cow, please. All right, enjoy the show. Well, day 3, he learns a pretty cool thing. All right, staff, a reminder, you all get free popcorn. Isn't that awesome? Best job ever. So every shift, right before close, he fills a bag with free popcorn. He ties it up and he stuffs it in his backpack. Popcorn in giant backpack. He goes home, goes into his bedroom, and he puts that popcorn into an even bigger bag of popcorn. It's a massive trash bag he keeps in his closet. He does this for days. His closet turns into a popcorn storage unit, and he's trying to keep the popcorn as fresh as possible. Then what he does is he takes his popcorn to school, and he sells it. Like, for example, one night during a basketball game, the school is selling tiny popcorn bags for $4 each. He comes in, $2, fresh movie theater quality popcorn, $2. He goes behind the bleachers and a line forms. People are ditching the real concession stand to buy popcorn off of him. He upgrades his business too. Employees get 50% off of all candy. So one day he buys a bunch, tosses it in his backpack, and sells it at school for full price. I hear you have candy. Yep, Twix, Reese's, Butterfinger, what do you want? He's basically running concessions every day at school. And by the end of the year, he made more money selling popcorn and candy than the theater paid him to work there. And that is genius. You gotta respect the hustle. This one school had a weird tradition. Kids would drop food off the top of the staircase and watch it explode on the ground. One kid, this kid named Jeff, brings a tomato. He walks all the way to the top of the staircase. He looks down and he goes, yeah, I shouldn't do this. And then his friend takes the tomato out of his hand. Scaredy cat, I'll do it. His friend throws it, and splat, it explodes all over the floor. Well, the teacher saw this and looked up. Only thing the teacher saw was Jeff. Jeff, office now. Jeff's like, I didn't do it, but he was dragged to the office anyway. He gets in there, he's sitting down. Just admit you threw it. I didn't. They didn't believe him, they suspended him. Later that day, the kid who actually did it confessed. The school then suspends him, but they refuse to undo Jeff's suspension. They claim they have video proof of the two kids throwing the tomato together, but they keep saying, we can't release the video for privacy reasons. They're both still suspended. Well, a few days passed, and Jeff's older brother shows up at the school, and he is serious. Hey, you guys better show the video now. I said we can't. If you don't show the video, you're gonna regret it. I guess the brother was a bit more intense than that, but they finally show the video, and the video has nothing on it. It's just a blank wall. The school still keeps the two kids suspended. Well, Jeff's siblings and Jeff's friends are super mad about this, so they tell the entire school to bring a tomato tomorrow. Hey, everybody, tomorrow, bring a tomato and meet at the top of the staircase. Next day at lunch, splat, splat, splat. At least 50 tomatoes were dropped from the top of the staircase. It's a full-blown tomato apocalypse. The school could not suspend everybody. And Jeff and his friend got that suspension taken off their record. Yeah, good. It started with a long yellow slip and slide going down the hill at the park. This kid had it set up with a hose and a couple buckets of soapy water. And at the bottom, he had lined up these kiddie pools to help break the fall so he wouldn't get like that grass burn. At first, it was just him and his few friends in this one slip and slide. But when other kids started to gather around wanting to take their turn, he said, okay, everyone chill. $5 gets you 5 runs down the slide. And people paid. By the next week, he had 3 slip and slides side by side. One with a sprinkler arch, one with cool inflatable bumpers, and one had a tunnel attachment that would spray water down as you went through. Each one was fancier than the last. It was basically a water park in the middle of a neighborhood park. Kids were bringing towels, parents were even coming with lawn chairs to get a tan while their kids slip and slided down the hill. One kid really wanted to slide down, but he didn't have any cash. You take Venmo? Sorry dude, cash only. Oh man, okay. But you know what? It's real hot today, so just come on, have fun. That sounds absolutely awesome. You gotta respect the hustle. This is a super unique school business. So this dude would make end of the year videos, like a video yearbook. And at first, it looked like any end of the year video. Music, selfies, people walking to class, doing finger hearts, but then it would cut to black and the title would pop up, The Real Yearbook. You see, it turns out this one student had been filming everything all year. Not the school spirit stuff, not the assemblies, not the sports teams. He filmed all the chaos and the shenanigans. The 5-person fight in Spanish class. The time one Hawaiian roll started the biggest food fight in that school's history. Even the teacher's meltdown during second period.
You guys are the worst class I've ever had. Screw you.
And the edit of the results would be insane. Perfect cuts, super good sound design, transitions, and at the end of the year, he would tell people to report to room 108, which is one of the club rooms. It was after school, and he told people it was $2 to get in. Most people had no clue what this was about, but they paid anyway, and by 3:15, the entire room was packed with people. The lights go off, It's silent. He presses play and the projector goes. The video starts and it's epic. People are laughing, they're cheering, they're losing their minds. It was all the crazy stuff that happened that year in one perfectly edited video. When it was over, somebody said,
Yo, bro, that was awesome. Run it back.
but he didn't. Instead, he pulled out this Tupperware container that was filled with flash drives. Each flash drive had the file of that video on it, and he sold them for $10 each. Guess what? They sold out, and he made absolute bank. He did this exact same thing for a few years after this, and then he stopped. But seriously, what a genius idea. You gotta respect this kid's hustle.